okay? Today, I'm making egusi soup. Meat in the pot, some onions, my rock salt, 2 seasoning cubes. I'm going to stir on that. Turn on the cooker and allow it to cook in its own water. Team, blend your egusi in the market. Raise your hand. Team, come back home, wash, rinse and clean your egusi before blending. Raise your 2 hands. Is this a valid reason or not to wash or rinse your egusi before cooking? Just look at how dirty the water is. You have to rinse it. Just take a tight sieve, and there goes the dirty egusi water. Now that I have my rinsed egusi, I'm just going to put it in my blender. Cook it like this, come back to tell me. So this is stone for proof. So if I did not wash it like this stone would have been blended into my egusi. You see that? That's stone. All right. So I hope I've been able to convince you and not to confuse you that you should rinse out your egusi properly before cooking, okay? Stop blending in the market. Except you are going to blend clean one that you've already cleaned and air dried. All right. So that said, egusi in the blender, half of a big bulb of onion. My scotch bonnet goes in. I also have some crayfish in here. For those who are watching me from abroad, this is where I want to say hello, everyone. But first of all, before we start the greeting, crayfish, it means small shrimps or baby shrimps or baby prawns is what we call crayfish. That said, please just let me know where you're watching me from. Comment in the comment section from wherever you're watching me from across the world. I have Gloria Stainless Mene watching from Italy. Thank you so much, Gloria. Titilayo Joseph from Ibadan. Ngozi Kamak watching from South Africa. Thank you so much. Top fan of Peyemi Abike Omoni. Thank you so much. So let's get back. Crayfish, don't forget, it's tiny prawns and tiny shrimps. I'm going to add some water enough to blend it. So I just put the water on the same level with the egusi. I need to check on that meat. Add some water to the meat. The meat is actually done. So I'm just going to add the stockfish to it to soften it. I love to use pieces stockfish. Some people prefer the head. It's also known as okporoko fish if you go to any Nigerian market. For egusi soup, use your palm oil. All right? If you are watching me from the abroad and you do not have palm oil, you can use vegetable oil, but pump it up with some bell peppers, tomatoes, so it won't be looking like there is no palm oil in it. I'm going to be adding the locust beans for the umami taste. Locust beans, aka iru. If you don't have iru, you can add ogiri, you can add dadawa. They are like condiments, yeah, and they are good for you. In goes my tasty Tom tomato mix. And next will be the egusi, onions and pepper. And of course, the crayfish. So you're going to cover it to cook. Now, when it comes to frying egusi, you must have the considerable amount of oil for it to like fry. Okay? Egusi has its own oil. So most of the time when I cook, I don't want to add so much oil. But when you want to do that type that has the fried egusi texture and taste, you have to use a considerable amount of oil to fry your egusi. I just added the sea snails into the pot of meat to cook as well. And over here, I have my egusi frying. So I am just going to stir on that. Cover it to fry some more. What I'm waiting for is for the oil to come to the top, so that way you know it has fried before I add the meat stock. I actually turned the meat stock off right now. I think it's fine, and then it can continue cooking inside the egusi when it's time. So we have considerable oil around it. I'll just stay on that a bit. You want to hear that sizzling noise. This is fried egusi. Egusi is fried, and at this point I'm going to just add my meat stock, the meat, the snails, the stockfish, stockfish, the aroma, something else. Yeah, so there goes everything. I'm going to cover that to cook. I just remembered that I preserved the periwinkle with salt. So I need to rinse it out so I don't over salt my soup. Okay, so into the pot it goes. And there goes my belle tietien or atama leaves. Now I need someone from Ondo State to confirm if this is marugbo leaves, because I read somewhere that is marugbo. Some people confirm. This leaf, the aroma, and the taste is so good too. The aroma is something like I've not even finished stirring. I just poured it on it and it hits me. It just hits me. This is good. You should try it. You should try belle tietien or atama in your egusi. You will love it. So I'm just going to be adding a little bit of water to this soup because I feel the consistency is a bit thick. But you can eat it like this if you want. This should cook for about 2 more minutes. The aroma here, I cannot transfer it to you via TV or wherever you are watching me from. Hey God, I can't talk. But this soup is deserving of pounded yam. This is so good. Correct. 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 Soup done, ladies and gentlemen. This soup, the aroma is too inviting for me to be waiting for guests. This is foodgasm. Like you will feel it.
If you like this video, please give me a thumb up, share and comment. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, do click on the subscribe button and notification bell to enjoy more of my recipes.